Hey everybody, Rich here, Rich's Custom Marine and Auto. In this one we're going to be working on this Hustler Zero Turn. It is an older one. It's a 931899 is the model number. I think the emissions tag on the engine says that it's a 2004. Customer concern on this one was that they could get it to fire briefly on starting fluid and then it wouldn't stay running. So I've got the carburetor off of there. Pretty straightforward carburetor. There's several on my channel where I show what to do, so go ahead and take a look at one of those if you need to go through your carburetor. One of the things that we did have an issue with, and I think it's more because of the age of it, is the gasket for the bowl was cracked, and I finally was able to find an O-ring at Napa that was, one, fuel resistant, and two, the correct size. So we'll get that back together. These have a Kawasaki engine on them, so there's that info. 23 horse, 601 cc. It's V-twin. So the other things I'm going to be doing to this guy is it needs an oil change really bad. These motors do have a filter on them down in there. And then I don't know how well the camera is going to show it, but I've got to do deck leveling. And maybe it's not showing, but the right side on the camera is quite a bit higher. So alright, setting up to change the oil here. So down underneath, that's where the dipstick would go. There's the drain valve. Now I've put that clear tubing on there. If you use 1/2 inch inside diameter tubing, it'll press on there, and then you can kind of get the hose routed around things down there and then get your oil pan underneath. Now to open that valve, there's a hex there, and that's a 10 millimeter. And then that should get our oil flowing. Might be hard to show on camera, but now we've got that nut backed off and we've got the oil flowing out of there. So I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to let this thing completely drain. I'll actually probably put the jack under the other side a little bit to help drain out more of it. And then I'm going to dump a little bit of clean in there and kind of flush it because this is quite dirty. And then I'll set a bunch of rags down in this area before I bust loose that oil filter. Okay, while that oil's draining, let's go ahead and work on getting this carburetor put back on. Okay, we got our linkage hooked up there. The gaskets are in great shape. Got an air intake elbow, and we want to make sure that we get this breather line hooked up on it. Get our throttle and choke bracket set on here. Those good and snug. Okay, and actually our ground wire needs to go on this one. Okay, and then finally we need to put on our choke return spring, and it goes in between this little notch here and right there. Now, test out our choke. Works good and returns. Throttle's good. Okay, we got a couple lines to hook up here. Now, I'm not going to hook the fuel line up yet because I'm going to put a container underneath this and crank it a little bit and get the fuel pump to purge out. And I want to make sure that there isn't a bunch of cruddy fuel sitting in there that's going to re-gunk up the carburetor. There we go. So let me grab a container so I can crank a little fuel out of this, see what kind of shape that fuel's in. And so let me get the oil filter off and we'll finish the oil change, and I'll do a little bit of flush like I said, and then that way we've got good fresh oil in it when I crank it to see what the condition of the fuel is that comes out of there. Alright, so now I'm going to dump a little bit of fresh oil in there. That's plenty. And the oil draining out the bottom actually looks pretty clean. Okay, so I've got this absorbent mat that I'm going to lay down in there. There is a couple of holes in the frame for the oil to drain through. So there's the Kawasaki number for the filter. The one we're going to be using, this was actually supplied by the customer, 84035 from Carquest. And I did double check the number, it does cross over. And the Carquest filters, they're actually a decent filter. And for automotive wise, I pretty much try to use wicks for most things. filters have gotten where they're extremely overpriced, in my opinion, over the top of automotive filters even. A little better view down there. So now we'll reach in there and clean that sealing surface. Clean that up just a little bit better. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-fill the oil filter a little bit. Even though it's on its side, it can hold a little bit of oil. Just a little bit of less time that it'll run without oil pressure. Now some of you might be wondering why I used a wrench tightening the filter on. I just barely snugged it on there with that filter wrench. You can probably still get it off of there by hand, actually. Alright, and then one of the unique things to Kawasaki is when you check the oil level, you don't thread it on. You just touch the threads and then pull it out and check it. So you want to make sure you do it that way. And at this point we're ready to go ahead and dump some oil in there. That's about a quart. We'll let that sit for a minute and check and see where it's at. I'm not sure how well this is going to show on camera, but this is why I cranked it first, because there's water in there, then there's particles. So I think I'm going to move forward and drain the fuel tank and then put some fresh gas in it with a new filter. Alright, we got our line hooked up and we got it cranked over to where our fuel filter is full. Let's see if she fires up. Fired up and sounds really good. So hey guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully if you've got a similar Hustler zero turn or even something with Kawasaki power, a lot of the Kawasaki's are very similar. This will help you out, and we appreciate you guys. We thank you. Please subscribe, it helps us out, and like the video also, and we'll see you guys in the next one.